Welcome everyone to another class session. Now for tonight, we'll be looking at hierarchy, which we discussed in our last meeting. I told us during that meeting that we'll be making use of the data sets for our May capstone project, which every one of us have. Now, when we talk about hierarchy again, I want you to imagine you have a big family. You know, at the top, you have the family name. For example, if we say we have a big family, we can say at the top, the family name can be Adeboye family. Under that, you have the parents. Now, under the parents, you have the children. Maybe some children have their own children. This is hierarchy. So whatever way you can understand it, this is hierarchy. You can call it levels. Maybe you can see a level from grandchildren level to children level to parent level to Adeboye family level. This is hierarchy. One under the other. Big group, then smaller groups inside it. Then even smaller ones. Now let me tell us something from the practical point of view. In business and data, we have the same idea. The same idea of parents to child relationship, which I made mention of. We have that same idea when we are working as data analysts out there. Now, this very idea helps us to arrange our information so we can understand it properly. So just in case you're asked, why is hierarchy important? The reason why it is important is because it helps you as a data analyst to arrange your information so you can understand it properly. From the bigger picture down to the small details. Back to our data set. Imagine if I went to Excel, and here in Excel, I decided to look at the total sales, which I can use my alt equals. You can see the total sales is 128,000. Let me zoom this. Please, if you're using your phone, you can use your hand to expand on your screen so you can get to see this clearly. Okay. So imagine if we just look at one big number like this total sales. It does not tell us the full story. We need to be able to break it down. So the process of breaking it down also has to do with hierarchy. Every business leader always always wants to see things clearly. They need to understand why things are happening. So hierarchies help you as a data analyst dig deep into your data step by step to find the real answers. Some of you might have seen something on hierarchy, maybe on YouTube, and anywhere around. Now, I want you to listen attentively to a case study which we'll be using to solve this very problem tonight. Let me share the situation with you. Imagine this is our school, Miramore Institute. Just imagine if the school also sells some educational items online, things we call books and other learning tools. Now, let's say the boss, for example, let's say the boss happened to be Mrs. Funke, and Mrs. Funke is looking at the sales. Mrs. Funke is looking at the sales.
No, batang. Okay,
As I was saying, Mrs. Funke, the boss, is looking at the sales. She checks, this was the data set, for instance, and Mrs. Funke look at the sales. She sees the total money made. But some months, it is up. Some months, the sales is down. She does not know why. She needs our help to use the data to see clearly. This is a practical scenario even in businesses. They have data sets like this. I was on a discussion with someone who told me yesterday their company downloaded data from they downloaded data, please let's mute so. They downloaded data about 22,000 data. So just look at, imagine this scenario because it's something you always come across. Many times businesses get to see the total money made. And like I said, some months it will be up, some months it will be down. They don't know why. Why is our sales up? Why is our sales down? Then think back when I told us that one of the duty of a data analyst is to help improve a business. And this business is saying, Mrs. Funke is saying, why? Why is it like that? It therefore means she's not seeing clearly. You are now needed to help her see clearly. Now, this is what Mrs. Funke wants to know. This is what she wants to know. Please take note, because after class tonight, I'm going to give you an assessment. The first thing Mrs. Funke wants to know from this simple class exercise is this. One, she's asking you a product question. Flow with me. Her product question is this. From that situation, that scenario I just shared now, so you see why you should be able to think straight up so you can catch things on time. She's asking you, when we sell things, which type of product are doing well? If we group our products, books, software, training kits, which group is best? Inside those groups, which specific items are selling or not selling. At the same time, she's asking you a question that has to do with location question. Are we selling more in some parts of the country than others? If we look at a country, are all our salespeople there doing well, or are some struggling? She's also asking you a question that has to do with customer and product questions. On this part, she's asking you, what kind of customers are buying which type of product? For example, if we have students as customers, are students buying more basic kits? If we have companies as customers, are companies buying more advanced software? And which of these sales gives us more profit? She's also asking you time questions. If we look at sales over time, when we say over time, we are talking about like month by month or quarter by quarter. Which products are going up or down? So our job tonight is to use these data sets we have here and Tableau to build these levels or hierarchies, because that's what will help Mrs. Funke click and see the story from the big picture down to the small details, so she can make good decisions for the online store. So the first thing we are going to do is to import our data into Tableau and then begin to create our hierarchy. So for the hierarchy, we are going to create based on what she just talked about. We are going to create a product hierarchy. We are going to create a location hierarchy. We're also going to create a date hierarchy. Now for date hierarchy, there is something about it. That one is not actually stressful and all that. So how do we create hierarchy? Let's start with creating for others first. In your data pane area, which is this part I have just highlighted green on your right. Is it right? I don't know how you're sitting, but if you look at, there is a part I just, I use an arrow to direct you to. That's what we call the data pane section. So on that data pane section, you'll find all the columns from your data, what we call fields. So whenever you want to create a hierarchy, come to that part called data pane, where your columns are listed. I said the first hierarchy we'll create is product hierarchy. So we want to group our products. We'll group it. We'll have levels on it. We'll have level 1, level 2, level 3. So let's start with level 1. Level 1 will be the biggest group. Level 2 will be the smaller group inside the biggest group. Level 3 will be the group inside the smaller group that is inside the biggest group. So since it is product category, the first thing you will do is to come to that left, look for product category column, which is this. Once you can find it, I hope you can all see it. Product category. Once you can find it, drag it. You can drag it like this. You can see how I dragged it, right? You can drag it like this. I hope you all know how to, yeah, just drag it like this. Okay, so right click on it, come down. You will see different options. There is an option here called hierarchy. You can see it before replace reference, hierarchy. Come towards your right, choose this option, create hierarchy. The create hierarchy box will pop up here. Here we have name, give it a name. So we can call this product group. So everyone call yours product group. Click OK. So you can now see we have a hierarchy here called product group. It was not there before, so we have added product group hierarchy. Now, go and look for product name. Drag it and drop it on top of this product group hierarchy that you've created that is appearing here. So you can see that I drag it and I drop it on top. If you drag product name and drop on top and it did not drop, just in case it did not drop, let me undo. If it did not drop, another way you can do it, mine dropped, but another way you can add it is to right click on the column, go back to hierarchy, choose add to hierarchy. You can now select which hierarchy you want to add it to. So let's assume you have different hierarchies. So if I choose product group, it will go over there. So if I don't want to use this method, I can do the drag and drop, but I must confirm that it has gone in there. Same thing for product category. Ensure you drag and drop it on top of it, so it's also there. So you must always make sure that they all go under it. Now, this one called product category themes is also very important. So for this one, also bring it there. Product category themes, carry it, drop it on top product group. So make sure that product category comes first. This product category themes, make sure it comes first, followed by product category, followed by product name. So if you have done this, congratulations, because you have just made your first hierarchy. So if you have done this, let's do for others. Do the same for our location. You know, she asked a question that has to do with location, right? So we also have to do the same. So try that one. Let me tell you what you do. Now, for this product hierarchy, the whole reason for it is for us to know how our products are grouped. Okay, as it is so, if I drag, if I come here and I move product category here, look at what will happen here, but we're still going to build charts for this. But if I come over here, you can see the bigger group I was talking about, the biggest group: automotive, beauty, clothing, electronics, groceries, home goods, sports. Can you see it? Now, if I want to expand and go down, I can rather come over here. Can you see plus sign appearing? Why is this plus sign appearing? It's because this is a hierarchy. So once you have created a group, a hierarchy, you'll find this plus sign appear. So if I want to now go to the smaller group inside this group, I can click on that plus sign here, or I can go to my row chef, click on the plus sign on it, which one I want. Now, when I click, what do you notice? You saw that product category came out from product category teams, telling you that inside automotive, we have automotive as a product category. Inside beauty, we have two product categories called beauty and jewelry. Inside electronics, you can see what we have there, musical instruments. Inside groceries, we have food and beverage. Now look at home goods. Can you see that there are different sub-product categories under home goods? We have books and media, we have home goods, we have office supplies, we have tools. And you can expand this, right? Bring your cursor to the top. You should have this arrow appear here. You can expand. Okay, so you can see fitness equipment under sports. You can see sports, and that of the outdoor. You can see it here. And there is another plus sign on this new one we have just opened, which means if I still click on it, it takes me further. For beauty, what are all the products under beauty? Can you see them? Body lotion, body oil, conditioner, deodorants, face masks. Under electronics, what are the electronics products this company sells? 4K monitor, Ultra HD TV, AirPods, Bluetooth, and so on. Can you see it? Can you see toys, tools, the different type of toys, the different office supplies, and all that? What is giving us this kind of insight, this kind of breakdown is hierarchy. And like I told you, the reason why this is important is because it helps us see sales for all home goods. In fact, if I go towards, yes, for all home goods, then all the categories under home goods, everything about it. So let us close this because we are yet to answer our question for her. So you drag it out to remove it. So let's create also for location. So for location, sales is going to be location/sales team hierarchy. This one, the idea behind it is because we want to know where we sell. Okay, there's difference between where you sell and who sells. It's two different things here. Where you sell and who sells. Where a business sells. When we talk about where a business sells, we are talking about the location. That's where they sell. Maybe they sell in Kano, they sell in Abuja, they sell in Ghana. That's location. Now, who sell? We're now talking about the team, the sales team. In this data set, we are given that information. We have where they sell, region. Region is the same thing as country. It can also represent even states, assuming it was states you're saying there. Normally, in some cases, you might have country, you might have state, you might have town. You have to create hierarchy for that levels. But where you don't have those information in such way, and you're seeing region, or you're seeing only country, just think about mixing it up with the sales team. So if your client is saying, my business operates in Lagos, my business operates in Abuja, I want to see total sales in Lagos, I want to see total sales in London. Maybe my business operates in London, in Newcastle. I want to see total sales in Newcastle. I want to see total sales in Birmingham, whichever. Then I want to see which salesperson in Lagos made what, or in London made what. We are assuming each salesperson works in one region, one country, one location, or the other. So this is something that needs to be created to make that work. So I'm sure you can create it. So if you can create it, Please do well. If your system is on, do well to start creating it. It's very important. So come here, right click on region, choose hierarchy, create hierarchy. We'll call it location. Please, it's a recurring link. Can we join? Location/sales team hierarchy. Okay, so region is already there. We'll look for sales team. Use sales rep ID. Can see it here under sales ID, sales rep. Drag it, drop it on top of that new hierarchy called location. So you have sales rep ID, you have region. Sales rep ID, you have region. You can see what I've done. So lastly, let's create a hierarchy for dates. For dates, since it came this way, sales dates, like I was telling you before, you necessarily don't need to create hierarchy for it. There is already a hierarchy inside it. Please rejoin. Let's look at these dates. You'll find out that there is a hierarchy already inside it. All right, so talking about dates hierarchy. To confirm, drag dates, sales dates. You know, what you'll be expecting in date hierarchy will be things like, okay, you look at the levels. You look at the levels. If it has to do with year, it has to start from year because you're a business, even you yourself, if you want to check your performance based on dates, you want to look at, okay, the year, what have you done, you know, maybe on a year performance level, then you look at the quarters within that year, you now look at the months and so on. So for dates, once you drag dates, drop it on your row shelf, you now realize that the moment you drop it on your row shelf here, you can see that plus sign is already here. And if you also come here, the plus sign is already here. There's a plus sign here and here. So if I want to explore further, if I click on this plus, it expands it. I get to see quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, based on the available data. So this data for 2023, the entire quarter is complete. But for 2024, what happens? Quarter 4 data is not yet. So whenever you use a date field, like sales dates, as we have here, Tableau usually knows. It knows that that date field, that date column, what I call field is column. Tableau knows that that date column can be year. That date column can be quarter. That date column can be month. That date column can be day. The reason why we work with dates field is so we can see sales trends over time easily. Trends here simply means movements. We want to know the movement of sales across the different quarter. So if I want to go down to months, I will come back to my row shelf, click on the plus sign on quarter, and it expands. I get to see the months in quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Can you see how detailed it is? I can continue, click on the plus sign, I get to see all the days. So imagine if the company was saying they want to know their monthly performance by days for January. Don't you think this will give us that breakdown? If you like, let the data be up to the transactions recorded, whether on the POS system, on whichever database they are using. Let it be up to 1 million. This tool will summarize it. You will know in January 1st how much was sold down to 31st. What would have taken time to do? Don't you find this worth it? So now, let us build charts to answer Mrs. Funke questions. Oh, you thought we have answered it. We have not started. Let's now build charts to answer it. I hope we are together. So for product question, the first chart we are going to build is going to be about how are our products selling? That's product question, right? How are our products selling? That's the first chart. So let's call it chart 1. How are our products selling? Now, this is the goal. It's always good you look at the goal. Remember the DAP and all that, so we know what we are doing. The goal is to answer Mrs. Funke first question about product performance. I hope we got that. The goal
Yes.
is to answer what? Mrs. Funke's what? First question
Yes.
about what? Product performance. To do that, come to your Tableau. Look for total sales. Do we have anything like total sales? Okay, can you see total sales here on your left? Drag it to the row shelf. You can see how it popped up, right? You should see these bar charts showing sales here. This one, total sales 380,428. So this is different from the one we even have. So please take note of that correction. It's very important you do your checks and you do your balances too. So this sales call amount, then look at total. Okay. That the other was in dollar USD. This one is not. Okay. All right. So that's column I is meant to be what should have been taken. Okay. Now, if you have done this with me, I want you to drag our new product group hierarchy. Look for it, this one, product group hierarchy. Drag it and drop in column shelf. When you do that, what do you find? Who can answer? Grace, let's start with Grace. What do you notice when we dropped that hierarchy here? What do you notice happened?
Oh, okay. Is it on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I noticed that the bar chart actually visualize how the product is performing well.
Okay. So I know it visualizes how the product is performing well, but that's a fail, fail, fail. Okay. What I wanted to hear was what you can see. I believe you can see bar charts showing
Yeah.
categories. I wanted to hear that word, product category, because that's what you can see here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, but since you made mention of, there is something you made mention which still means you got half of the mark. But first, you can see product category. Initially, it was this. There was no category, nothing. What we had was just
Not
total sales. Okay. So by the time we
yes.
dragged products group, dropped it on our column shelf, you started seeing. So you see what we were saying before. Mrs. Funke was not able to see clearly. Imagine if it was Mrs. Funke you did this for now. She have started seeing clearly. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So to others, I believe you should see this same bar chart showing sales by product category. This sales by product category. Now, there is a magic click. We call it drill down. That's what we call it. Drill down. Everyone, please come to column shelf. Look at that product category we dropped there. Do you see that plus sign again?
Yes, sir.
Click on it. What do you notice? Let me ask another person. Ademati, Sir Ademati, what do you notice?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I noticed that the product category under I mean the column under the product category thing was displayed, was visualized on the interface.
All these people that are using grammar, visualize. All this grammar, me, I don't like it too. Don't visualize again. It was like this before. You're correct too, but all this grammar sometimes can confuse some. You understand? It make clients ask you more, 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 more. Okay, so but you can see how it is before, sir. Product category. We then clicked on the plus sign. The first thing me I noticed is that the charts have changed. Imagine I'm client now. Wow, this chart have changed. Do you get? The chart changed now. It is now showing us the product category themes and the product category inside each theme. So for like home goods, you can see all the home goods. For sports, you can see all the sports. To go back, you come to the first one. You see it has changed to minus. You click on the minus sign. It takes it back. Now, if I go again, remember our hierarchy was down to product name. I want to know, okay, which products are those products in each of these categories? I will come up, click on the plus sign in the last, and I get to see the names of the products. Can you see it? So imagine if I say, okay, let me still go back. And let me still go back. And I ask you, how is this one we have here now, how is this one better than just a long list of all product names? You know, when you have a long list of all product names, you will say, this one is better because it is organized. It gives you big picture first. Big picture first. Then the details now comes. So let me ask again, what if one product category, like let's say groceries, is selling poorly across all product categories? Or is it just bad in one category? Questions like that. This helps you to be able to figure it out. We are talking about product category now. You now have to go to groceries to check. You go and check your groceries quickly. You say, wow. Indeed, grocery is selling poorly. Look at 620. I've told us to always add our label. So label should be total sales, drag it, drop it on label. So you get to see 620. Can you see groceries 620? Indeed, groceries is selling poorly. Sports and outdoor is also very low. But when we talk about category, it is groceries 620. So can you see that this helps us see the bigger picture? Now let me show us something. What we want to check in terms of profits. This is what you do. There is a column for that, profit margin. So she wants to know this, she wants her profit. You will come, drag this profit margin, drop it in color. Can you see how we have color? Not label, drop it there. Now let's click on our plus sign again. Now, did anything change? Let me ask us, did anything change? Do you think something changed? Because when I look clearly here, if I even go back and drag, let me drag this and drop, let me drag profit margin, drop it on label. Good, something like this. So what do you notice? You notice that this time around, we are not just seeing how much we have sold or the business have sold, but how much profits they make at each level. This is very important. Mrs. Funke sold 6,219 automotive. She made 435 as profit. Look at for beauty. Look at for jewelry. Look at for clothing. Look at for electronics. Can you see it? Try yours. I was expecting this color to change so I can have something good. Okay, let me use go with this. Let's see. Okay, so this is chart one. So chart one. So we're going to call it how are our products selling? So let's go to chart two. Come down, click. For chart two, let's call this one sales in different. We have region there, regions, and by sales people. Okay. So we have here how how are our products selling, and we have here sales in different region. So don't forget, you can always go back, double click on this one, so you can actually make it bold, and all of that. Okay. So for sales in different region, this is the goal. Remember, Mrs. Funke asked us, her second question was about location and sales person. So we want to answer that question. So create a new worksheet using this icon below, like I've done. Drag sales location hierarchy. Look for it. We did something on that. This one, location / sales. Drag it. I hope you can see that I've dragged mine. Drop it on columns. So now that I dropped it on columns, you can see if I expand this, you get to see rep 1, rep 2, rep 3, right? If I also go and minimize, it takes away region. Can you see? But I want region to come first. So drag region, go back there, drag region, bring region first. Good, let sales go down. So that way, if I should remove this and bring it back like this, I want to have region first. So do it like this. Make sure, please, this is what I'm saying, everyone. This is very important. In your location, sales / sales, region should come first before sales rep. To do that repositioning, all you have to do is to drag region. You can see drag, bring it to the top, and it will be there. Then drag that same region, drop it on your column shelf, and you have it there. So that's all I want you to do. I hope we are good on that. So now, once region have been dragged and dropped on column, you notice you have this. You have Africa, you have Asia, you have Europe, you have North, you have South. Drag that total sales column. Come down, you see it here, total sales. It has to do with numbers. So sales, that's why it's there. Drop it on row chef. Again, you can see a bar chart. Come up, click on the plus sign on region. And you noticed that as we clicked, we are now able to see sales rep ID under each region. So when we talk about Africa, we can see clearly. So let us talk. If I ask now, based on this, which region is making the most money? Can anyone just say something? Which region do you think is making the most money? Let me see how I can minimize this. Which region is making the most money? South America, right? Let me drag total sales to label. South America is making the highest money, right? Hello? I said, let's talk. Oh.
Yes, it's South Africa.
Okay, sir. So South America is making the highest money
Okay, South America. Right?
because that's 92,478. Okay, so you can expand this. Okay, that's good one from Sir Emmanuel. Which region is making the least money? Asia, 60,726. Now, in the region making less money, this is how we think as data analysts. Yes, we have known that South America is making the highest money. Yes, we have known that Asia is making the least money. As data analyst, this is how I think. This is my own thinking, my own way of work and thinking. In the region making less money, is it because of everyone? Or maybe one or two salespeople need help or more training? I'm talking about Asia. So at that point, I'm looking at the why. You remember, I don't know those of you who have gone through last class and the class before last. I was majorly emphasizing on why. Why? Because that's what makes, what you do valuable. Why? If Asia here, because you can't tell me something must be wrong. I hope we understand. Something must be wrong. Why is it that Asia is making the less money? Is it because all the salespeople need help, need more training, or some of them in Asia need help? Do you know why this is important? It's because this will tell Mrs. Funke, remember, we are doing this for Mrs. Funke. This will tell Mrs. Funke where to focus. She told us she wants to know her sales by location and by salesperson. So if I go up here and I click on the drop down, I get to see. Can you see what I'm saying? Rep 02 is a person. These are their IDs. Look at this guy here. Rep 13. Sold only 12 naira. Imagine if this was a naira. Eh? Or 36 naira. Look at this guy here. And just like that, it demands questioning. Let's go to chart 3 quickly because of time. So go down, name this, what products are different customers buying? What products are different customers buying? Remember, this was one of our questions. Now, for this very one, our goal is to answer Mrs. Funke's third question about customers' types and their product choice. This is it, question 3. Customers' types and their product choice. So if you've done this already, you've created new sheets, go and look for product group again, product group hierarchy, drag it, drop it in column shelf. Go and look for your total sales. Come down. Drag it. Drop it in text. If you look here, we have text, we have size, we have color, details. Drop it in text. Now, when you drop it in text, you can see the products and their sales, right? This is like what we call T. A T. It's like a table. T stands for table. It has just made it a table with columns and row. If you want a visual in this, you would have dragged this total this sum total sales in color. If you drop it in color, it gives you something like a visual like this. Or we can see it. This is what we call a highlight table. We also used to call it heat map. The parts with the darker the cell signifies that yes, those areas actually have good sales. Now, let's start with product category teams. You can see them here. So let me take this back. Let me bring it back to text. So we know that we explored how to create a normal text table. But not every time color. But this is too much. Let me reduce this a little. So you can see what we have here. Okay. Now, let me ask us this. If you look here, okay, although we don't know the type of customers we have, okay, we don't know the type of customers we have, but assuming we have a customer segment, let's check. Good, we have it here. Customer segment talks about the types of customers. So please drag it, drop it in row chef. This is good. This is good. So you can see the different customers that they have. Can you see? Customer segments. Remember what we are trying to look at here. What products are different customers buying? Look at all the customers. We want to know what kind of products they buy. We have corporate customers. We have discount shoppers. We have governments. We have high-income customers. We have low-income customers. We have middle-income customers. We have online direct customers. We have premium customers. We have retail customers. We have retail customers. We have retail. We have subscription customers. We have wholesale. We have wholesale customers. What products are these different customers buying? So do it this way. Drag that product category, product group, hierarchy to column chef, drag customer segments to rows. Drag total sales to text as we did. So if I come here and I begin to ask you, do you think governments like different product teams than premium customers? I'm asking, based on what we have here, do you think governments, we are told government bought, look at what they bought here. Let's say, let me try and see how I can reduce this. So, but you can come to size and also reduce it here. But that size has to do with the text itself. But if you want it to be more visible, you can also say you can adjust it here and all that. But I want to believe, okay, can still bring it down here. Can do it for others here. Okay, these are ones. Okay, so let me check the message box. Sir, do I expand my table? Yes, you can. Okay, so I was asking us, looking at this, we want to know what products are different customers buying. And we can see government did not buy any automotive product. They bought beauty, they did not buy clothing, they did not buy electronics, they bought home goods. So they only bought two products. Then check out premium customers. You can see premium customers, these customers bought no automotive. They bought beauty, no clothing. They bought electronics, and they bought what? Sports. Remember, I've told us how to add total. If you want to add total, where do you go to? You go to the top, right? Analysis, right? Is it analysis? Yes. Go to analysis, come down to totals at the top bar. You now see where we have show grand totals, row totals to left. Let's go with, no, let's not go with left. Let's go with row totals to right. Okay, if we have that, or we can say show grand totals below, because this one on left, I don't think it's actually giving us what we want. So let's come back here. Okay, good. Now I was asking us, look at where it is, grand total here. Now I was asking us, do you think government customers like different product category teams than premium customers? We'll say no, right? Why? Government customers have spent just 192 beauty and home goods compared to premium that have spent 4,530, and they bought three different brands and different products. For leaders like you, if you know that subscription customers, those who subscribes, if you know that subscription customers love, in fact, retail customers, or which one is even the highest? Retail. If you know that retail customers love home goods, look at how much they spent. $33,000. So for leaders like you, if you know that customers call retail love home goods, or home goods, yeah, love home goods category, how do you think Funke's company markets better? Since retail have the highest love, and that's for home goods, how do you think Funke's company can market better? And I ask you again, part of what you should go home and look at. If corporate customers are not buying, look at corporate customers are not buying anything. They're not buying. Okay, they only bought sports. Okay. But let's imagine if corporate customers are not buying home goods, because home goods happen to be, we have not checked profits, but by sales, it happens to be, if we go through, use sales for that analysis, we can say they happen to be the most profitable, right? Or the most selling item, right? So if corporate customers are not buying our most selling, sales and products, what can we do? What can you do? The reason for this question is because it will now help you to target your efforts. The last chart is going to be on her last question, which has to do with time questions. Time. She asked us time questions, right? So for time questions, we are going to check sales over time with our hierarchies. So go down, create a new sheet, and call this checking sales over time with hierarchies. Now we have a goal, or you can even call it sales trends. I just don't like all this grammar stuff. We have a goal. The goal is to answer Mrs. Funke's fourth question about sales trends. So quickly come down, drag total sales to column shelf. Then go to sales dates. You know, we did not create hierarchy for it. I told you automatically hierarchy is created. So go back, drag sales dates, drop it. Drop sales dates on columns, bring total sales to row shelf. So please take total sales to row shelf. Let dates be the one on column. So once you do this, can you see what Tableau did? Quickly, it is showing you, what is it showing you? You can see now, it's showing you the year. The year. So come up, click on column shelf, click on the plus sign on year. You can now see quarter. Can you see the movement, the trend? I told you trend means data movement. You can see the higher the trend line signifies that quarter that sales was high. And as it comes down, it's showing you in terms of how it actually decreases. Okay, so this is something I want you to start to study too. So if we want to see the months, what do? We'll go to quarter in column shelf. We'll click on the plus sign, and you can see how it also drops down for each quarter under each year. This is date hierarchy working. So to confirm, ensure you're seeing a line chart. This is a line chart. If you go to show me, you find out that line chart is picked already. So when you're using hierarchy, you don't necessarily even need to go and change it. It's picked already. Now, do this. Go to product group hierarchy. Drag it, drop it in color. See color here, under the max cards area. Color, drop product group on it. What do you now notice happen? You get different colored lines for each product category, right? So all this color that is appearing up is electronics. It tells you, in fact, the electronics perform highest across how many period? In 2023, electronics came first. Quarter 2, it came first. Quarter 3, it came first in quarter 3 in 2023. Okay, July, you can see months is also there. But in August, which one came first in August? It was sports. In January of quarter 1, 2023, electronics did not come first. So if we wanted to see this, we can still expand to the days. But let's say we are taking it back down to quarter or down to year. If we are taking this back down to year, we should have something like this, right? So all through the year, all through the different year we have. So I'm just trying to expand this because we're almost done with this. Good. You can see it. You can see the decline and all of that. So if I ask you again, based on what we have here, do you think sales generally are going up or down? And if I ask you again before we wrap up, are there some months or quarters where sales always jump or drop? Like maybe sales are low during long holidays. That's when you start to go down to months. Maybe during some months, they have more of holidays. Holidays can affect sales. Look at the days. Which dates are there holidays? And all of that. The reason for product group on color is so that you can see if the sales trend is for all products, or if one product category is growing while another is failing. I have this question for you before we close. How does seeing the product lines separately on the time chart here help you more than just one line for total sales. Imagine if I remove these product lines. It's now one line. So between this and when I bring it in, I bring back that product and drop it in color. How does these two different lines help you for total sales? The answer to this question is this. When you bring in product category, you can see which products are what? Causing the ups or the down. Remember what Funke was saying, that it goes up, it comes down. So we need to find out which product is causing the ups and the down. So I don't have any question. We are done. If you have any question, please can ask your question.
I think
So,
can I ask a question now?
yes, go on.
Based on the assignment you gave us, that main assignment.
Okay.
So after I'm done with mine, I don't know how to save the assignment in such a way that I can send it to the email. So I don't know if you can enlighten me on that.
Okay, how to save the assignment, right?
But I'm using Tableau Cloud. You don't have the one of this.
Okay, yeah. If it's Tableau Cloud, you should still be able to save it. Have you gone through the file area here?
Fine.
Mm. Check file, check files. You should see save there. That's Tableau Cloud I'm talking about. Is it on? Is it open now?
Yes, I only saw publish.
You're saying what?
Publish.
Tableau.
Yes. Publish.
Okay, you know what we'll do? You are free tomorrow, right? By 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll speak with what was that his name again? I'll speak with him. So you just send him a message. Send him a message that from instructor Williams. So can just meet up by 10 so we can fix that issue. Then there is one other person who complained that is not able to access this whole Tableau of 18. So if there is anyone to, you can just message. So tomorrow we can just have some different times. We can ensure everyone have access, getting this up and running. Okay. So if there's no
Okay,
other, okay, okay.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, good day, sir.
Sorry. Yes. Please, if maybe by mistake you draw something inside this text label
Okay.
and you want to get it out, how do you go about it?
Okay, so let's say I drag sales channel inside label, right?
Yes.
And I want to remove it. I
Or
will go back to
yes.
it. I will go back to it. I will drag it outside.
Okay. Okay.
Please, so people should use this data set well. This data set is powerful. You can see even sales channel, a lot of things that are here. So people should not how do they call it? Is it underrate it? We should not underrate it because okay, look at sales channel now. If I drop it under our label, is it label? You can see offline, and all that. But this is not the right place to drop it actually. Okay. That one is if we went to a new sheet and we said we want to um get our total sales by the different sales channel. So we have something like this. Offline, online, retail, wholesale. So you get to see. So I just want us to explore it. They are nice, and there are a lot of things, inventory status and all of that. So is there any other question? So the main thing today have been on hierarchies. And like I told us, hierarchies helps you as a data analyst to dig deep, to understand properly, and then act smart. So if you're asking me, sir, how do we use data to lead? I will tell you This is how we use data to lead. So until next time, have an amazing weekend. Good night, everyone.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night.